You know, there's a lot of encounters we face as bass fishermen where you have the need for a line that has just a sheer amount of strength. And when you run into that situation, be it based on heavy cover or really big fish or whatever the situation might be, it's really hard to beat just a good braided line. And braided line has a lot of uses for me, and it's normally from one extreme to the other. I really like to use the smaller braided lines in a finesse application a lot of times. Oftentimes paired with a fluorocarbon leader. You can see I have this this spinning rod rigged up with 20-pound braid, and then I have about roughly a 12 to 15 foot long leader. And what that does, it allows me to have a fluorocarbon leader to allow the bait to be presented without the appearance of the braid running to the bait, but it also allows me to have the benefits of the braided line. On a spinning rod, that can be a lot of different things. One of the main things you'll find about braid on a spinning rod is the way that it handles. It casts much easier. It really resists any kind of memory. You're not going to have it jump off the spool like you will a copolymer or a monofilament or even a fluorocarbon. It just can be more user friendly. It's really beneficial a lot of times whenever, like if you have a lot of wind or if you're fishing super deep, because it gives you the ability to have a lot more feel than what you'll have just with a straight fluorocarbon or a straight monofilament. Some of the other applications that I use braid for are really truly just sheer power fishing, like frog fishing, where you're throwing a bait in really thick cover, lily pad stems, duckweed, any type of submergent vegetation. Braided line will give you the ability to pull those fish out of that cover, and it also gives you the ability, braided line will actually act as if it's just like a saw. It will, when you're fighting a fish back to the boat, it will actually cut through a lot of that vegetation and clear it out of your way. One of the other situations where I really like to use braided line is swimming a jig. Swimming a jig can be a tremendously effective technique in and around really thick, shallow water cover. The braided line with that is basically the same purpose as a frog. It gives you the ability to present the bait in environments and get the fish out of it that you normally couldn't with any other line. And then the other use that I use the most for braided line is flipping. And that could be ranging from this little small flipping rig I have rigged up right here with a 1/4 ounce sinker, all the way up to this is something that I would flip around like isolated trees, boat docks, buckbrush, things of that nature. And then to the other side of it will be like something with a ounce and a 1/4, ounce and a half sinker that I'm going to use to punch through water hyacinths or flip canes, things of that nature. Really thick grass, flip deep hydrilla. Something we do a lot at home in the Louisiana Delta is punch water hyacinths, especially in the summertime. And braided line has made that so much better over the last 7 or 8 years than what it used to be with monofilament. You catch so many more of the bites that you get. You hardly ever break your line, and it just makes it work better. It solves a lot of the problem that you had trying to do some of those techniques with monofilament. So if you're fishing around really thick cover and you're looking for a line that'll perform and hold up with a small diameter, without a doubt braided line is going to be your choice.